Hello, everybody. Getting ready to get started here in just about 2.5 minutes or so. I can't tell if anybody's in right now. Let me go to my Facebook page and see if it's broadcasting. What is my internet not working? Hmm. Well, it looks like I'm on. And we're just waiting for some folks to jump in. It started in 1 more minute. Hi, Jen. Good to see you. Good to see somebody in. Hello, Wanda. Hi. Awesome. I still haven't figured out the delay thing on how to speed that delay up. I'm sure there's a way, but I'm not sure how. We're going to get started in here in just about 1 more minute. I'm going to turn my phone down because it's distracting me. Y'all doing good? I see the chat thing is working so everybody can see the chat. No delay on my end. What I mean is the delay between when you type no delay, I think it's about a 15-second before I actually see it. And I think there's a way to speed that up, but I'm not sure. But anyway, well, I'm going to get started with the two of you, or well, I don't know if Jim is with Jen or not, but anyway, I'm going to get started. What I'm going to talk about today is why the side hustle thing doesn't work. But yet, Don and I got free using a side hustle. So what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is most people that are trying to do a side hustle are doing just that. They're trying. They're trying to do something. What they're doing is they're trying to see if something works, and if it works, great. Well, then maybe they can get free, but they're not really committed to it. And Dawn and I, we started. If you don't know our story, I know you guys do because I know you. But for anybody who's tuning in that doesn't know our story, back in October 2020, COVID lockdowns, Don and I were getting evicted out of the marina that we lived in because the marina didn't want liveaboards any longer. Some new owners had bought the marina. They kick everybody out. And so it happened to be snowbird season. So if anybody knows about Florida in October, that's when everybody starts coming down from Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, places like that. And they're going to come down, which also meant boaters coming south. And that meant that we didn't have a place to stay. We're getting kicked out of a marina. We're going to go live out in the water somewhere because there's no place for us to live, except our boat wasn't running and hadn't for some time. So we got to get the boat running, and we ended up, after about a month, almost a month, we finally found a place to live. Finally, after $7,000 later, we got the boat running, and we're heading south to our new home, which was in Punta Gorda, Florida. It was a new marina, not a new marina, but it was a resort marina. It was twice as expensive as the place we just left, keeping in mind that I had to quit my job because I had to go to work on the boat for the next 3 weeks. So with no job, now no jobs to be had because it's COVID lockdown, and we were out of money because we had spent the $7,000 on fixing the boat to get it running, and then also another $4,000 in first and last month rent and security deposit for the new place that we were moving into. So we're flat broke. We've got no money. We're living in a new place. It's twice as expensive as the place we just left, and we were in a really tight spot. So we needed a way to make money, and we needed a way to make money that didn't require a job. And so Don and I started to do something that we had never imagined before that we would ever do. And it's something that a lot of people would not imagine themselves doing. No, we weren't pimping ourselves out, but almost. Let me ask you this. I don't know, you guys might know because you guys work with us a lot. But anybody besides Jim and Jen and hey, Ron Jones, and Wanda and Ron, know what Robert Kiyosaki, Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, Myron Golden, Les Brown, Jordan Adler, Jack Canfield, Bob Proctor, what do they all have in common? Maybe not all of them have it in common, because I think Jack Canfield and Bob Proctor, oh, I don't know about Bob Proctor. Jack Canfield did not start. I will tell you what they all have in common. Every one of these people, Robert Kiyosaki, Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, Myron Golden, Les Brown, Jordan Adler, and Bob Proctor, all started their illustrious career in network marketing. I hate network marketing. And this is what brings me to this topic of side hustles, because I know during COVID, so many people thought that maybe, they'll give it another try, or they'll give it a first try, or hey, Troy, that they'll get involved in network marketing. And Don and I were among them. Knowing all along that we hate network marketing, but here's the thing. We didn't hate network marketing because we actually loved the business model, the payment, the way that you get paid to refer and all that. That was awesome. In fact, I believe, having studied business and building a couple different businesses, having been in business, that I think every business in the world should be using a network marketing business model in terms of paying people to refer. Here's the problem. For some reason, the minute somebody starts to sell something, you hate it too, Jen. The minute somebody starts in selling something, all of a sudden their personality changes. And they go into hunting and slaying mode, and everybody hates that shit. It's like it is like the used car salesman kind of thing. You guys like love walking on a lot, and then here comes the salesman, and they're going to hunt you down, and they're going to start, trying to sell you, right? And so I loved the idea of the business model of network marketing in terms of paying for referrals. I think it's brilliant. What I hate is the effing culture, that cult-like culture that they have, and also the use them, they pounce on you. Yes, Jen. The use them and lose them kind of mentality. It is all about being a professional recruiter. Recruit, without any concern or care about really anything but making the sale. And I have seen this over and over again from the other side when people are trying to pitch me or whatever. And it just, it felt awful. I just wanted nothing to do with it. But 2020, we end up homeless, and like, what are we going to do? We were in a really tight spot. And so we thought we would give it a try, with the exception that we were not going to be network marketers, which is interesting. How do you do network marketing without being a network marketer? Well, this is something I know about business. I know that every business that I've ever known about, with the exception of network marketing over here, every business has a philosophy or a belief or an understanding that the lifeblood of your company, your best customers, the most profit that you're going to make is going to be coming from repeat business. Repeat business, repeat business, repeat business. This is where your most effective customer, the ones that you get the money from, is the ones that you don't, not the new customer that you got to try to get on the car lot, not the new customer that you got to try to sell your product to, not the new, it's the one that repeat business. They, once you've sold them once they see that what you have is amazing, they're going to come back a time and time and time again. That is how normal business is operated. Now, the same is true for employees. Your most affordable employees, the best employees you have, the best money for time invested you can have is employees that you've had for a long time, your loyal employees, because they say that you, and I don't know what the figures are, but every time you get a new hire, the cost of that new hire is exorbitant, and training them, and then you spend all this money in training them and getting them up to speed, and then they end up flaking out and leaving. And now you got to start over, and you got to start over. So most businesses, almost all businesses, except for network marketing, has a belief that if I have long-term employees, or in this case, independent affiliates or reps or whatever the word you want to use for that, if they're long-term and they are actually committed, that those are going to be your best people. And they're going to cost you the least amount of time, and they're going to make you the most amount of money. And your customers, the ones that repeat buy, those are the ones that are going to make you the most amount of money for the least amount of money and their least amount of effort. And yet, in network marketing, it is exactly the opposite. The mentality of, and I don't know, and I won't, not everybody because we got involved in a network marketing company. This is how we went from flat broke $4 to financially free in just a couple of years. Probably should have said that from the very beginning. We went from flat broke to financially free in just a couple of years, 2.5 years. And we did it not by being the network marketing people, because the network marketing mantra, and this is what was really a turnoff for us, and why Don and I are like, we're not going to do that. I'm not doing that shit. I'm going to treat this like a traditional business. And I believe that in today's age, you absolutely have to, or you're not going to succeed. You're not going to last. People are too sophisticated. People are too busy getting bombarded, and they're so over the bullshit hype about recruit 3 people, get 3 to get 3 to get 3, and you'll make $51,000 in 6 months, and you'll never have to work a day in your life. And it's bullshit, and we all know it's bullshit. And yet, that's what they sell. And their mantra is that the lifeblood of network marketing is what? Anybody know? The lifeblood, they can smell you coming. They sure can, Jen. The lifeblood of network marketing is new people. New people, new people, new people. Bring them through, bring them through, bring them through, bring them through. And then what you do is when you bring them through, what you do is you tell them that if you'll just get in 3 of your best friends, and your best friends get 3 of their best friends, and then 3 get their best friends, then you're all going to make millions and millions of dollars. And yet it never happens. Why? Well, because it's bullshit. That's why. And they always kind of give the disclaimer. Like, love them and leave them. That's right, Ron Jones. Love them and leave them. It's like they love you, getting them in. And then once they got you, and then it's like, well, now I've given you the opportunity. Now I've given you the tools. Now I've given you the resources. You're on your own. Good luck. I did it. And so what you end up with is a few people who came in loaded with skills. You came in with somebody who maybe like a minister who had a church and had a reputation and had a huge following. You have these people in exceptional situations make a lot of money, and then those are your poster children. Those are the ones that they put up and go, hey, Bob just made $40,000 his first week. If he can do it, you can do it. And it's bullshit. And we knew it, and it made us nauseous. But what we also knew is that the company that we got involved in, what they were providing was a way of creating freedom for us. And so we just said, we're not going to do that. And we decided that we were going to treat it like a regular business, and we were going to provide service, customer service for people. We were going to provide training for people who qualified. And here's another place where Don and I differed, and it was the fact that we won't take everybody. And I don't know, other than Don and I do not know one person in that business that actually turns people away. And yet Don and I do it all the time. And the reason why we do it is because of the experience we've had over the last 3 years. And that is, and we've done a few things. So right now I'm just talking about the one aspect, because there's another aspect to this too, why people do not succeed in side hustles. So the one thing that we were doing was treating it like a business. And what we had discovered was that we were making the same kind of money with only 400 people in our entire organization as people that had 3,000 to 30,000 people. And we're making the same money. And we don't have all the headaches. We don't have all the pissed off people. We don't have all of the buyer's remorse. We don't have all of the complainers. Well, like, we've got none of that stuff. What we have is happy people that are happily coming to us. And then the other thing is, we didn't chase anybody. We were living our life in such a way that we're just living how everybody wants to live. And that is happy, enjoying doing what you're doing because it brings you fulfillment. And what brings us fulfillment is helping people, not selling them shit. And so that was the first part. And the first part was to do things in a way that felt good to us, but also in a way that worked, because a lot of people like to do stuff in a way that feels good, but they don't make any money. Or a lot of people will sell their souls for the money, but it doesn't feel good. And so what we wanted is, when somebody says, do you want to be rich or do you want to be happy? The answer is yes. Do you want to be rich or do you want to have an honor and integrity? The answer is yes. Do you want to be rich and work with a bunch of, or do you want to work with a bunch of people that you don't like, that you love? Yes, I want to work with both. I want to work with the people I love, and so, and rich is a relative term. Most people don't want to be millionaires. They just want to live like one, right? What do I mean? They just want to live like one. They want to do what they want, when they want, where they want, with who they want. And so, and that's what we wanted. So that was the first part. The first part was, how do I make money? And that's what kind of eventually led to Don and I being living in Belize, which is where we are now. And which is why I'm doing this. Actually, this is my desk here in the bedroom, because Dawn does her work out in the I was going to say salon. I used to living on a boat, in the living room. She does her work in the living room, and I do my work back here. And I thought, we could stage this and make this all nice. But what I wanted it to be is just, this is how I live. We live in Belize, and we are what I would call digital nomads. We work from a laptop and a cell phone. And there I am on Facebook. And we're able to do that, generate an income, working when we want, where we want, with who we want. The one thing it's missing is as much as we want. We can't really do it as much as we want yet, but we're working on that one too. And so that's the first part. And that is, so how does that translate to what the topic of today's subject matter was? And that is why side hustles don't work. The reason why side hustles don't work is because most people are trying shit on. They are not committed to doing it. And the reason why they're not committed is because most people are doing something that they don't really want to do, but the money will be worth it. And if you don't believe me, what are you doing for a living for your job? Would you be doing your job right now if you didn't have to? If you hit the lottery, would you be doing it right now? I can tell you, Dawn and I would still be doing what we're doing right now. We'd be doing a little bit different. We'd be doing it on a new boat, which is what we're working on right now. And we'd be doing it from different ports around the world, which is our goal. but we'd still do what we're doing. We would still help people to get financially free. We would still help people to build a business if they want to, the proper way, and how a traditional business is built, and how to do it without all of the freaking headaches. Not that you get rid of all of them, there'll still be a few, but so much of the drama. In fact, I would dare say that 99% of Don and my drama comes from Don and me. It doesn't come from outside sources. Most of the time, the people that we work with are not creating drama for us. It's situations pop up and we have a dramatic reaction to it. And that is a practice that you get better and better at. And so we have less and less and less drama. How would you like to make money and not have all the drama, doing what you love, when you want to do it, with the people you want to do it? And most importantly, Don says this all the time, with the people you don't want to do it. Don't do it with the people that you don't want to do it with. And so that was our first goal. And we accomplished that. And we got the cash flow going. And then there's a second part. Well, let me finish with the why it doesn't work. When we commit fully, Don and I committed. Like when we started this, it's like, we're not going to try this on. We are going in, and we did. We went 100% full in. Like we did something most people won't do. We went all in, 100% full time, and pray we were going to make it. At the time, we didn't have a choice because there was no jobs, and we were able to pay the bills in December. Well, January 1st actually. January 1st was after we paid the security deposit and all that. January 1st, our bills were due. Phone bill was due. The rent slip, the slip was due, the rent, the insurance was due, all that stuff was due on January 1st. We'd already paid it for December. And we made just enough money to pay the bills month after month for the next 6 to 9 months. This is how we lived. It was just squeaking by. And each month we made a little bit more. And then we did something a little bit different. We started taking all of the money that we had at the end of the month, whatever little bit was extra, and we started to put that money to work for us. And so month after month, that started to grow. And we just kept being broke. And our goal was, because we were following, hello, Wanda, how are you? Wanda Keisler. So we were so used to living broke for so many months that when we started to make a little bit extra money, we just kept living like we were broke. And so we were taking the money and we were putting it to work. And so month after month after month, that would start growing. And then it started to earn money. And now we've got like a third employee. So it's got Don and I, we're working our little fannies off. But then we've also got our money working. So now we've got like a little baby that's got a part-time job. And like it's lawn mowing money, right? It's not a lot. It's babysitting money. It's not a lot, but it's a little bit of money, a little bit of money, a little bit of money. And it just kept growing and it kept growing and kept growing. And pretty soon, after almost 2 years, our money was making almost as much money as we were making. And then the next year, it really started to grow. And then we were making more money. And then the other thing is the business was growing as well. And pretty soon we're making more money than we've ever made. And half of it was we weren't even working for. We weren't doing anything for it. It was just growing. And so, but that all came about because of a commitment to do whatever it takes as long as it takes. And now I get up, this morning I slept in. I woke up at 4:45. I get up usually between like 3:30 and 4:30 usually in the morning with no alarm clock every morning. And it's not because I feel like I don't have a choice. And it's because Don and I are living an inspired life, because we're able to help people in a lot of different ways. And many of you know that we have a life strategy practice as well. We don't do very many one-on-one clients anymore, just because it takes so much of our time. And our whole goal is to be free. And so For those of you, I got about 8 minutes left. For those of you who are, you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, you're working your butt off, you don't know what you're going to do. It seems like you're working harder, you're making more money than you've ever made, but you're taking home less. Or maybe you're taking home more, but it's not going as far because the groceries cost more, the gas costs more, all of it, everything costs so much more that even though you have more money, everything's so much more expensive at the end of the month, you actually have less to show for it. Does that make sense? And so, like, how do you break free from that? Dawn and I decided back then that we had been following millionaires, and we decided that we were going to stop following millionaires because we had met a billionaire. And then we also started following Grant Cardone and listened to an audiobook, Be Obsessed or Be Average. If you have not listened to that book, it's amazing. That book was the linchpin for me. I've listened to a lot of books. I've read Robert Kiyosaki, Think and Grow Rich, not Think and Grow Rich, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and a lot of different books and stuff, and a lot of information that I have accumulated over the years, a lot of great stuff, but none of it changed my life. It was good information. It made sense, but for some reason I had an issue applying it. It just, and then when I got Be Obsessed or Be Average, by Grant Cardone, that book was a linchpin. It changed my thinking. And it's like, and some of it was a little bit brutal. And some of it I wanted to argue with. But I had to be honest with myself and said, you know what, he's spot on. And we changed some things. And at that point, Dawn and I decided we're going to start studying billionaires. And what we realized is billionaires think differently than millionaires. And rather than do the stair step, think like the person above you and think like the person above you and then get to the millionaire status and then get to the decamillionaire status and then get to the hectamillionaire status. Don and I said, let's just go for the billionaires and let's just shortcut. And it's a hell of a transition, but that's what we did. And one of the things that they said was all in, all in, all in. And I think that that's the reason why most people do not succeed at their little side hustle. Because they don't go all in. What they're doing is they're trying it to see if it works. And so if you are looking to get ahead, if you're looking to get out of the trap you're in, if you're looking to get freedom, and ultimately this is what Dawn and I, this is what we're all about. This is what we teach. This is what we sell. Freedom. Right? It's not about a product because we have a lot of different things that can help. We have different training people that we deal with. We have in courses that you can get. We have not our own, but people that we train with. We have investments that we put money into. Like there's a lot of different areas. The thing is, what one person needs isn't what another person needs. But at the end of the day, everybody wants the same thing. Everybody wants to be free. How many of you want to be financially free? You don't have to go to a job anymore if you don't want to. The only reason why you're going to work is because it fills your soul, because it makes you feel good, because you're helping people. Anybody here want to be free of the bullshit, free of somebody telling you what to do, when to do it, how to do it, when to take a piss, what days you can have off? Hello, Audrey. Yes, please. Exactly. There's so many people want to be free, but hello, Jen, you bet. They don't know what to do. And here's the thing. And that's what this is all about for me, is showing you guys the things that we're doing. So today I was talking about one thing that we do. We do a bunch of things. One thing we do. And why is it the one thing? Because the first thing we need to do is we needed to create some cash flow. But cash flow by itself won't sustain you. And while you're building that cash flow, and that's also why I brought up, by the way, Tony Robbins started in Herbalife with Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn was a leader in Herbalife at the time. Zig Ziglar started with Shakely. Robert Kiyosaki started with Amway. Myron Golden started with A.L. Williams. Les Brown started with Herbalife also. Jordan Adler started with Send Out Cards. Bob Proctor started with Amway. And the reason why I pointed them up, and there's other people, Randy Gage, Jack Canfield, there's a bunch of others. And the reason why I pointed it out is because this is the one thing that they all said. It is the perfect stepping stone to get started. Am I breaking up? Troy just said, I thought it was my internet connection. Can you guys hear me okay? Am I still broadcasting all right? I don't know. And just like that, you were gone. Oh, and that just like that, I was gone. Am I back? You guys let me know when I return. And just like that, I was gone. Am I back? Occasionally. Helen Hover. Hi, Helen. Audrey. It was breaking up a little. Is it working now, Audrey? All good. Ron Jones says all good. Don't know where I was before I broke up. But all of these people started in one place. Dawn and I, we didn't want to have go into 15 different directions. What we wanted to do is we wanted to have things that complemented one another. And I only got 2 minutes left. Two things that complemented each other. And one of those was to start a business that we could do it our way, or the billionaire way rather. And that led me to the billionaire stuff. That's where I was at. And we were going all in. So we were going all in, putting our money to work. And it's how we were able to do so much in such a short period of time. It's how we went from nothing, flat broke, evicted, no jobs to be had, no money, to financially free within 2.5 years. And it was using the principles. And so what my goal is, and today I wanted to talk about this, that if you are looking for something to do, and you hate network marketing, don't be afraid of network marketing. Make sure that you find a company that aligns with what you like. Make sure it's a product that you like, and here's the trick. Don't get caught up in the network marketing cult bullshit hype that people are pitching and selling. And that may be difficult unless you have a little bit of experience. If not, there is training. There are YouTube videos out there. I just watched a video by a guy by the name of Jeff Olson. I don't know. I never knew who he was. Apparently he owns a network marketing company. I don't know anything about it, but I heard him talk that if you keep trying to be a network marketer, in the next 5 to 10 years, you won't have any business. You're going to have to change and become a business person. And the best part about network marketing is that they can't fire you. And it is a great training ground. A lot of great people got their start there, and Dawn and I got a restart there. And I don't know if we will be involved in network marketing for here ever after, but I know it was an incredible place to start, and it's an awesome place to be if you do it right and if you don't get caught up in that culture. Because I can tell you that if you do, you're going to chase off every one of your family, every one of your friends, and nobody will want to talk to you. And so just don't do that. But I wanted you to know that if you're someone like us who really, and fact is, I was in a call, and I'm actually gone over. I'm going to have to shut this off. I was on a call with top leaders, and I said, I hate network marketing. And their comment was, you don't hate network marketing. You don't like the culture. And after we got off the call, I thought, no, I hate network marketing. And I hate the culture. And and hate's a strong word, right? What do I mean? What I mean is when you get a nauseous, sick feeling to your stomach, that qualifies as hate to me. Like, it makes me nauseous. And here's the thing: you don't have to do it that way. And so I just want you to know that there's other ways of doing things. And then we're also going to get into affiliate marketing, because Dawn and I also do affiliate marketing. And affiliate marketing is the products and services and stuff that you use that other people provide. And everybody has affiliate links. In fact, Dawn and I are working on a course right now. And when we put that out, there'll be an affiliate link. And so if you guys sell the course, you'll get paid by, not sell it, just tell people, come talk to us. And if we show them and they want to buy, we'll pay you a commission. That's affiliate marketing. We do that as well. You can do drop shipping. You can do Amazon stores. Like, there are a ton of ways that you can make money. There's not just one way. But if you pick one, I don't care if it's network marketing. I don't care if it's affiliate marketing. I don't care if it's drop shipping. I don't care what you're doing. If you're selling coaching or whatever, if you don't go all in, your side hustle is going to be it ain't going to be anything. It's going to be a side hobby. And you know how well hobbies pay. Hobby is not going to set you financially free. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you. I'm going to get into also some things a little bit later. Maybe next week, I'll talk about affiliate marketing and how to get affiliate marketing going and how do you make money in affiliate marketing, because we make money that way. In fact, as today, we just got a nice little check today, a real nice check today. And so, which is why Dawn's not here. She's out buying wine and for our celebration here in a little bit. So I'm going to share with you about that. We're also going to talk about how to monetize and make money on social media. And how do you create a social media following? And so I'm going to talk about all this stuff. We're going to talk about equipment that we use. How am I able to do this live stream? The equipment that we use, the software we use and stuff. I'm going to go through all this stuff, and that's going to be coming in the weeks ahead, showing you a little bit more on all the different ways. But if you don't have your mindset right, none of it's going to work. And you're going to say, oh, they got lucky. It's not about getting lucky. It's that when somebody commits, and I will tell you this, that the minute you commit to doing it, there's a saying, and Dawn says it all the time. It is, what does she always say? Disruption always follows intention. And so the minute you intend on doing something different, something new, expect some shit's going to hit the fan, and it will. But if you persevere and you keep going, you will get free and you'll end up on the other side, and you'll end up loving your life. And I absolutely love my life. Every day I wake up, I am 61 years old. I am now, I wouldn't say in the best shape of my entire life, but I'm getting real close to it. In impeccable health. I feel great. I'm starting to get a six-pack going here, getting a little bit of guns going here, feeling healthy, feeling better than I've ever, studying for my captain's license, living in the Caribbean. Life is good, and it can be for you too. So anyway, if you've got a dream, don't let it stop you. Commit to it. Don't make it a side hustle. Make it something that you commit to. And with that, thank you guys for joining me today on your Friday. We're getting ready to go to happy hour with a group of folks. I love you guys, and I will see you next Friday. And maybe we'll talk about affiliate marketing next Friday. If you guys have a subject that you want to know what we're doing, how we're doing it, whatever it is, shoot me a private message. I will absolutely, I'm looking for things that you want. This isn't about me. This is about you guys. I want to give you what you want. And so with that, I'm 5 minutes over. Sorry about that. And I will let you go. I'm going to put a clock up here. I usually do, but I forgot today. So I keep track of the time. Have a great day. Love you all. Have a fabulous weekend.